Hey, this is Robin from The Ocean. Welcome to our video tour blog. So let me give you a brief rundown of what happened so far since we arrived on American shores. We arrived at Washington Dulles Airport on April 11th and there was no bus there to pick us up. The bus is stuck somewhere in Georgia, but he said it's fine, we can take a hotel and he's gonna pay for it. So we were like, alright, found ourselves a hotel close to the airport, got a shuttle service to go there and basically just got drunk first night. And then the next morning, the bus was still not there. It was supposed to arrive by noon and it did not.
That's funny that the bus broke down even before arriving. That's so ocean typical, you know.
So we had to organize a shuttle transport from the hotel to the first venue, the Jack's in Springfield, Virginia. And then after the gig, surprise, surprise, the bus was still not there. So I called him again and he was like, yeah, I'm on my way, I'll be there soon. And by that time I'd already completely lost my faith that this bus would ever show up. But then it did.
Woo! It exists! I'm gonna turn religious now.
The driver seemed to be a pretty cool guy.
Oh, wow! I'm Gavin, by the way.
I'm Robin.
Nice to meet you, bro. Yeah, cool.
Nice to meet you, man.
And we got this guy, Gavin, who's awesome, but he just told us that he's never been driving a bus before or anything like that, so he's not that much of a driver.
I would like to say that I probably have the hardest job on this tour. While everybody else sleeps, lays around, plays music, and takes pictures, I'm stuck in front driving 8 and 9 hour drives.
The bus did not come with a trailer, although we had booked a trailer.
The bus situation is one that is very grim.
To like have all the gears and the merch in the bus.
In a couple of hours you'll see me sitting on like some boxes here, not on the couch anymore.
We just had to cram everything into the lounge area, I suppose, which isn't really a lounge area. It's basically just a couch where 4 people can sit. We're 10 people on the bus.
Thank you for between the bird and me guys taking really good care of us, because we can at least stick some of the merch boxes in their trailer.
The heating is not working, so when it's cold, well, it's really cold.
All the speakers are hanging out of the recesses. The television doesn't work. The power sometimes works.
It came with a completely busted outer mirror that was just literally hanging loosely from the roof. You couldn't see anything in it, so we had to break off the inside mirror.
It's a pretty interesting fix I've accomplished with duct tape and the mirror up front.
We have this battery there like on a plate with wheels and it's going out, you know, like.
We also tried to duct tape that up, but it hasn't really worked out properly.
We stayed at the venue all night, got 4 parking tickets because our battery was dead, and none of us are gonna pay for those though.
To sum it up, the bus is a piece of shit, and that's only the top of the iceberg, really.
It's a living beast, and we have to coexist with the bus.
So then we had a show in Brooklyn at the Public Assembly, and after the show we just all ended up in the same bar and got ridiculously drunk. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, how's it going? A girl in Brooklyn wanted to be fed a skin flute in the bathroom of the bar, which I didn't agree upon because I didn't want to do that. I'd probably rather, you know, cut my own dick off.
The next day we had a day off, which was really cool since we all wanted to check out New York City.
Monsieur Jonathan Ido à New York. C'est pour New York.
Friday, we had our first show with Between the Bird and Me and Jump for a Cowboy then in Farmingdale, New York. Our first encounter with the other bands. They were really cool from the beginning. It's such a diverse package, you know, us then Jump for a Cowboy who are really different and brutal, and then Between the Bird and Me who are much more proggy than us, but we went down really well and had a really good show that night. That was awesome. On Saturday, we played our first ever festival appearance at New England Metal and Hardcore Fest in Massachusetts. We were really stoked to see how festivals work over here because we've played lots of European festivals. We felt a bit out of place from the beginning because it was mainly just really tough guy and really heavy bands playing. It worked out really well. The crowd was great, although we played like at 3 in the afternoon or something like that.
Me and Martin had the brilliant idea to hit the bar pretty early at Metalfest. We got properly fucked.
Because I asked for a recommendation on some strong liquor.
Martin definitely fell over going up the stairs in the venue.
I ended up throwing up outside the venue.
I don't exactly remember how I got back to the bus.
Luke fell over going up the stairs into this bus.
That was after a large amount of Jägermeister from a pregnant bartender that I think started to like us after a while. Good times.
That was a very fun night though. That was an awesome festival and a fun night.
We played a show in Pittsburgh at a venue called Altar, and yeah, the name pretty much hits the nail. It was an old abandoned church that they transformed into a concert venue.
So we're playing in a church tonight, on the altar of a church.
It's gonna be the only chance we ever have to play Firmament from a church's altar, and so we did.
I remember like when we went to Canada, I had to drive for a while too because
Our driver had lost his passport. In the middle of the night, we realized that the parking brake on the bus was stuck. We had to call a mechanic. The next morning, the mechanic company calls me and they're like, the card owner didn't authorize payment, so you have to give me another card. Then he calls me back 10 minutes later and he's like, the New York Police Department just called me and the bus is reported stolen in Florida, that it's broken down there, that there's no license plates for it, whatever. And we got that message while we were actually waiting at the border on the way to Montreal, Canada. I'm not sure if he's trying to say that we actually stole the bus, which doesn't make any sense because we have a rental contract and I have like heaps of text messages and emails from him about the logistics of this tour, so that doesn't really make any sense, and I just don't know what kind of game he's trying to play here. So in the end, we just decided, fuck it, let's go to Canada, let's do these shows. Montreal and Toronto were the best 2 shows on this tour, period. And that totally made worth all the pain of the last couple of days. That show was awesome.
Honestly, just keep it up. Just keep doing what you're doing. I've loved everything. There's not a single song I don't like.
There's no point in making a genre for these guys because they're everywhere all at once. And the reason I'm here right now is to say that the ocean is going to take over the fucking metal world.